Okay, hi. Now let's look at an out of book question which is similar to exercise 3.13 or the second sum. So they have given you a polynomial which is this here, and they say it's a perfect square, and now you have to find a and b. So like how we have done 3.13 or the second sum layer, இதே மாதிரி தான் பண்ணோம். So first we have to proceed in the same way like how we will find the square root of a given polynomial, right? So first let's take 25x power 4 and we have to find the square root of this. அதுதான் first step இருக்கும். So 25x power 4 ஓட square root, 25 ஓட square root என்ன 5 and x power 4 ஓட square root is x squared. So I'm gonna write 5x squared and also 5x squared on the quotient here. Now we have to multiply this 5x squared and this 5x squared. Multiply panna enna varum, we will get 25x power 4, right? Now you subtract this becomes 0, and then I will bring down my next two terms. So you get minus 30x cube and plus 11x squared. இப்போ we have to multiply whatever we have in the quotient by 2. இப்போ எனக்கு 5x squared இருக்கு quotientல. So when I multiply that with 2, I get 10x squared. Now you have to divide the first term here with this 10x squared. So minus 30x cube divided by 10x squared is going to give me minus 30 by 10 is minus 3 and x cube by x squared is x. So you get minus 3x and minus 3x, you add it here also, right? Ipo, what do you have to do? You have to multiply this entire expression here with whatever is being newly added into the quotient, that is minus 3x. So 10x squared into minus 3x is going to give me minus 30x cubed. Minus 3x into minus 3x is going to give me plus 9x squared. So did you notice a mistake that I did? When I took this down over here, I put as plus 11x squared, but it is minus 11x squared, right? Should be very careful, right? So now we will subtract as usual. Subtract பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி என்ன பண்ணுவோம், sign change பண்ணணும் இல்லையா? So இது எனக்கு 0 ஆயிடுறது. This becomes minus 11 plus 9 is minus 20x squared, and then I bring down the next two terms, plus ax minus b, which is what we have to find out. Okay, இப்போ அடுத்தது என்ன பண்ணுவோம், whatever we have in the quotient at that point in time, we have to multiply it by 2 இல்லையா? So 5x squared into 2 is going to be 10x squared, and minus 3x into 2 is going to be minus 6x. Clear? Fine. Now we will divide this term, first term here, and 10x squared. Therefore minus 20x squared divided by 10x squared is going to be minus 2, right? So I'll add a minus 2 here and a minus 2 here. Now you know what you have to do. You have to multiply this entire expression over here with the newly added term in the quotient. So 10x squared into minus 2 is minus 20x squared, minus 6x into minus 2 is plus 12x, minus 2 into minus 2 is plus 4. சரியா? இப்போ நான் இப்போ என்ன பண்ண போகிறேன், I'm going to subtract this. They are saying it's a perfect square. So எனக்கு ரிமைண்டர் 0 இருக்கணும். ஸோ நான் சைனை மாற்றும்போது இது ப்ளஸ் ஆகிடும், இது மைனஸ் ஆகிடும், இது மைனஸ் ஆகிடும் ஆப்வியஸ். ஏன்னா நான் சப்ராக்ட் பண்ணும்போது சைன் ஐ ஹாவ் டு சேஞ்ச். ஸோ minus 20 plus 20 gives me 0, right? Now if plus a and minus 12 have to give me 0, this a has to be a plus 12 இல்லையா? அப்போ தான் plus 12 minus 12 0 ஆகும். So I can say a is equal to 12. Likewise இப்போ b கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்னா minus b, இங்கே வந்து minus 4 இருக்கு இல்லையா? But if I need to get a 0, I need to have a plus 4 over here, right? அப்போ தான் plus 4 minus 4 எனக்கு 0 வரும். But I have a minus b. So I should say b will be minus 4, so that this minus into minus gives me a plus 4. அப்பதான் plus 4 minus 4 will give me a 0. புரியுறதா? So b is equal to minus 4. You should be very careful about this minus sign that is already there. இல்லையா? This minus sign which is already here, if you multiply that with the minus 4, you get plus 4. So do not get confused with that. Okay, eventually you must get plus 4 on top. அப்பதான் plus 4 minus 4 நமக்கு 0 கிடைக்கும். For that reason, I am putting b is equal to minus 4, so that when you multiply with the minus already outside, you get a plus 4. அவ்வளவுதான். Okay, that's the only big difference or a small difference between what you have seen earlier. Otherwise, it's exactly just the same. Okay, so do this yourself once, practice it a couple of times or even more than that, and see if you're getting the same answer. So let me know if I've made any mistake also. Just let me know, we can correct it. Okay.